Welcome back to episode 2 of our Chupacabras 32-team team builder relocation franchise. We're taking on the San Diego Sharks in this one, who are 0-1 but are a massive 86 overall. I'm actually curious to see about this overall. This might be by far the highest in the entire league. I gotta see this, because that is crazy. Wow, there's a lot of teams that are 86. What have all these other teams are like 82 overall? What actually happened here? But hey, they are still one of the very highest. There's a couple of teams that are 86, but they are one of them. They're in the top 5, top 7 minimum, which obviously means we have a lot of catching up to do. We'll see what that team looks like, though, because maybe they just have a bunch of old players. So that doesn't really help us right now, because they're still going to be a team that's hard to beat right now. But down the line, yeah, look at the logo at the top right there. That's crazy. It's so tiny. Of course, it looks better on the field, but yeah, that happened for like 1 or 2. Looking at the players of the week, though, Gary, obviously, he killed us. 3 sacks, 2 fumble forces, a recovery, and a touchdown away on the other side with 2 sacks. And then, of course, the top 2 running backs, Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdowns, 354 yards with a pick. Of course, Josh Jacobs, the running back, 181 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, and another 2 yards to the receiver. Do they really need to show that? Like 2 catching, 2 receiving yards? Who cares? Offensively, though, last week we weren't terrible, but definitely bad on defense. Could have been a case of getting lucky on offense, though, or unlucky on defense. Maybe we're just a really good team overall, and we're about to see this week what that's really going to be like. But either way, there's a couple of shining stars on this team. Obviously, Scadaboo looked pretty good early on. Wayne had some clutch moments. Broughton, he's all right. He gets open on the drags, but obviously he's far from a deep threat guy yet, which, with his size and speed, you would think he would be. Gadsden had a couple of moments. O-line, they honestly played better than I thought. I know Gary had a killer game, but they still played better than I thought. And then defensively, Sewell's a good tackler. That's like really all I have positively to say. The whole rest of the defense was pretty rough. We, of course, do have a press conference, which we're going to have to see about this one. Press conference, week 2, what are they going to say about this? Both teams are on 1, so even if we played worse, arguably, neither team has a win, so we can't really say, oh, one's better than the other, technically. How do you feel about the result in your season over? We didn't play well on defense. Yeah, we're not unhappy. Which side of the ball struggle more? Well, it's pretty freaking obvious, buddy. The problem is, the smart thing would be to say our offense struggles so then I can get an offensive goal. But no, we're going to say our defense struggle. They have to make more plays for sure. 45 points is not okay. Who needs to play better this week? The whole team. I don't really have a specific position. Safeties, I would say, honestly. It's tough because pass rush affects the coverage, but it definitely is the pass coverage. Especially those safeties were horrible, man. Honestly, the safeties. Like, corners weren't great, but I really want Harden, who I might have called Haddon earlier. I want him to have a chance. There you go, 3 to man, 3 to zone. So that was probably worth it. I don't really care if the safeties get too much, man or zone. The corners getting their man and zone up are pretty good, though. But of course, let's take a look at this San Diego Sharks team, see if they have any injuries. We got lucky, did not get injured just yet. The Sharks, are they also lucky or not? A couple of S teams in there. J.C. Horn, kind of battling some injuries, has a 9-week dislocated ankle. That is a massive loss for them. They're an 86 overall, but without him out there, they're definitely probably like an 85. He's a massive overall for them. Let's take a look exactly what that team is looking like, though, with or without him, as we head over to the Sharks, who have Derek Carr as their starting quarterback. Besides us, this could be one of the worst quarterback starting positions in the league. He's not a bad quarterback right now, which we kind of already talked about. But yeah, down the line, he is going to be a problem for them, not in a good way. Genty is their starting running back. Looking at the fullback is Loveland, apparently. Wide receiver, JSN, Romeo Dobbs, Alec Pierce. Make for an okay and developable wide receiver room. Evan Ingram, good now, but it's going to regress as time goes on. Wirfs is a problem at left tackle. Joe Tooney is an amazing left guard. Andre James is a decent center. Ruiz is a decent guard. DJ Glades is a young but definitely strugglesome right tackle. Left end is Nick Bosa, who is going to kill us. They put the Bosa brothers together. I promise you, I didn't have any hand in this. That's pretty sick, actually. Nick and Joey Bosa together on the same team. That's actually cool. DJ Reader and Roy Lopez. Well, that makes for a freaking title, I think. Jalen Walker. What kind of scheme are they in? I don't freaking know. Levante David, Singleton. So They do have a couple of guys that are on the older side. Their corners are definitely not the best when Horn's gone. I honestly don't know if I see this team being an 86 over. I get it. The offensive line's great. And, of course, you have the 2 defensive linemen. But outside of that, I mean, I guess Levante David maybe. I don't really see the overall personally, but maybe that's a good thing. Taking a look at what they do well, apparently not run the ball. So we're going to say defend short because, I mean, Derek Carr, he can throw the ball deep. But I just think with the style of receivers, he's got route runners. You know, I think he's going to throw it short, medium range. And then, of course, what we need to beat on their defense, I think he's still got to just keep running the ball. I think the pass game is not bad, all things considered, but especially when you're going against the Bosa brothers, oof, that's a tough one. We got a couple upgrades before we hop on into game 1 of 3 for today's episode. Giovanni Manu, my man, dude. I'm really hoping this guy can develop because he's got some decent ratings. He's athletic. He's a big boy. 6'7", 354. That is, I'm going to tell you this much. If there's 100 of us taking on that gorilla, I want 99 of him. There's maybe a chance. Maybe. I'll stand behind everyone, and I'll claim victory in case he's able to pull it off, but oh my god. What is your guys' take on that, by the way? I know it's been kind of a thing for a while now, but let's go field general. Trying to get that deep accuracy up for DTR. I think there's just no chance. Well, coordinated attack. Okay, poke the eyes out. Body slam. A lot of us are going, though. I'll tell you that much. But, of course, Corey Trice trying to get these DBs going as, they were all pretty bad. I will say the linebackers weren't great either. I think, honestly, it was the safeties and linebackers that really put a damper on our defensive success. But, I still think the corners could have done a little bit better, too. They did get a couple of interceptions, though, didn't they? They did all right. Smith Marset, a guy that I actually really like quite a bit. I think he's solid in the slot. Problem is he's already 25 years old. How much can you develop someone like that? Scadaboo, I think there was some moments there. Problem with those moments is that they were kind of outshined by Ali, who had a couple of real big touchdowns. One to trucking. I mean, it's not quite an elusive upgrade that we got recently, but if I can get one to trucking each time, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to turn him into a power back. Proper power back. Fashanu already has an upgrade slot, I imagine, an ability slot, I should say. 75 still. Good finesse block upgrade, though. He's a great player. I do not regret going for him one bit as one of our 3. Also, I don't know if we hit the 500 like goal because I'm kind of pre-recording this just in case we do. Whether we do or not, though, I'll extend it. I'll extend it 500 likes and we'll do episode 3 tomorrow. Simply put. But let's hop into game 1. Also, we talked about showing you guys all the uniforms. These are freaking minty, let me tell you. Of course, they have a little bit of a more silver alternate. It's not a crazy difference, but it is noticeable. And then the big one, of course, that home uniform, which is full-on mintage. It is fresh as hell. Of course, looking at our uniforms, we could rock an alternate. I think it's a little early to rock alternates, though. Wearing an alternate for your home opener would be kind of crazy, but here we are in week 2, taking on the San Diego Sharks. And for our home opener, once again, it is the first game we're playing at home of hopefully many. Obviously, we had the preseason game, but even that was kind of short-lived. Not a great performance, but in general, actual meaningful football at home. This would be, if we can win one game this year, if we go 1-16, this is the one I want. Give me the home opener. Give me 2 wins. Give me the home opener and our home closer. And that's fine. Anything else, I get it. We're kind of bad, but at least those 2 games, and I'll be happy. I'll die happy. Fired happy, really. Willis, also, a guy that's kind of biting at the ankles at any time for DTR. I think DTR had a pretty good game, but, Malik Willis is right there. He's a good quarterback, too. It's not going to take much for us to see, 1-3, 1-4, Malik Willis comes in. It really would not. So I'm not planning on anything. We're going to let it fly how it flies. But at the very same time, we do know what we have at number 2. We know. It was situational interceptions during the preseason. But at the end of the day, DTR still did technically win the starting job. Can't tell if they're trying to highlight Genty here or Derek Carr. I would definitely be highlighting Genty, as I don't know if Derek Carr is going to be bringing you any success. 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 211 yards. Very, once again, like Robinson, really. Pretty much almost the exact stat line of Robinson. Robinson actually had 2 touchdowns passing, though, I think. Looking at that left side of the line, it is tough, dude. If I was them, I'd run this ball all day behind that line. I will say, though, Genty kind of struggling to find the opening, and one of our DBs kind of gets into the hole and stops him dead. I'm sure that was just luck, but who knows? Maybe maybe we'll have a great game. Man, those uniforms are so bright. It's insane. Quick throw to the outside. And there it goes to the 37-yard line. Quick little pickup of 6, making it a manageable 3rd and 3. Trying to pinch them together, and they're just not listening. As where, yeah, we're going to miss that hard. There goes Genty. Go low. Good job. Spin move did not work out to the 49-yard line. First down. And it is weird. I really like, for some reason, the plasticky look of the jersey numbers. I don't know what it is. I actually really like that. I might just be in the minority. And there goes a wide open Alec Pierce. Guy that always just finds a way to get open deep. And they're now down to the 23-yard line after a massive look downfield. Pass rush. I mean, I don't know what those two guys are doing. We got our two guys on that edge just for some reason working together on 2 players, and it just did not happen. It looked like an attempt at a stunt gone wrong. Like they got confused and they stunted each other on accident. Is it going to be another run? No, it's going to be RPO, and he's got a 1-on-1 look. Breaks off the tackle, and that will be a wide open touchdown for the tight end Evan Ingram, wearing number 1. Kind of fresh, actually. On the return, Washington, and we got some room to the outside. We did not get the blocks I thought we did. To the 26-yard line, obviously talking about Robinson and his numbers on offense. Willis, did DTR get hurt? Hello? I don't know why they're showing Willis here, but it should be Robinson. Threw a pick, and yeah, I forgot he threw a pick. Wait, 0 for 3, but he completed the pass to the other team. Yeah, I don't know why they had Malik. He's the only guy that was out of position. Not really sure what that was about, but I'm all for calling your own number, but not against the coach's wishes, as Broaden puts up a pretty big gainer on the first play to the 48-yard line on that play action look. Teams know we're going to want to run the ball a lot because our pass game is a little suspect, but you kind of have to use that against them as well a little bit. Marsette's a little behind him, and yeah, because of it, dropped. Puts that truly to the corner, and I mean, I don't see a reason why he wouldn't toe tap that sideline. Instead, it's 2nd and 4 as Scadaboo trying to truck over a guy. Gains 7. Really good blocking. Got this little hitch to Marsette. Quick throw to the outside. Could be our play as well, and it will be. They're going to play way too far off Scadaboo, who makes that easy 5-yard gainer. Got to stretch to the outside. If we can seal this thing off, which I know it's easier said than done with Bosa out there. Don't even know which one, but one of the Bosas. We could gain a bunch of yards, and speaking of, we would have had it. I don't know if it's a touchdown, but it's at least 15 to 20 yards. Said Bosa makes that look easy, and we lose 3. That was pretty insane penetration. Now, a field goal wouldn't kill me here, so I'm going to run this inside and see what we got for ourselves. Broaden out there, and he actually does gain a good chunk of 6. All right, they could be coming at us with a blitz. They're not. Nah, we kind of forced that one. Could still get it, though, and Scadaboo tackled really cleanly open field by Witherspoon. 4th and 2, I think we'll kick a field goal. I think our defense can make stops. We just got to put them in good situations, which I think getting points on the board is a good situation. Going for it here, not getting it. 7-0. That demoralizes the defense, and we don't need that. Anders Carlson, good from, I don't even know how many yards that was. 40-something? Loss of 1, 2nd and 11 now. That is not a bad start for the defense on this series, at least, as we are going to be looking at 2nd and 11. They're going to run the ball again, and Genty's making plays. No way, Genty. Oh my God, Genty for almost 11, breaking multiple tacklers. I mean, we are made up of a bunch of players that really at best should be special teamers, as Paul's going to try to get out there, and really good one-on-one tackle from Skinner, but not until a first down is gained. Trying to blow this up with Carpenter. We are out there. We're out there. Oh, I thought he was going to go. What a tackle. I can't believe Evan Ingram called that. Thought he was in a wheel route and just take that. That would have been a touchdown potentially. I do like... Oh, Lord, we got too many linebackers out here. I do like the aggressiveness from Paul on that. Oh, we can't catch up. And he's going to throw it away, believe it or not. Bring in press man and hoping Pierce can get off the edge. Their right tackle is not great, so this would be the game for Pierce to kind of wake up. And it is not, as they throw wide open over the middle. I'm not even sure why he jumped up like that, but first down's a first down. Bringing the DB blitz, definitely risky because you're going to have Evan Ingram going one-on-one against Skinner, which I don't love. Quick throw to the outside, and man, I'm telling you, Paul is so slow. There goes Genty. He just broke 3 tackles. Oh my. Start of the second quarter is not looking good for this defense. They've given Genty credit for 5 broken tackles so far. That is ridiculous. Pitch play. Oh, what a play! I don't even know who that is. Is that Tariq Carpenter? Nice. He's actually made a couple of nice plays so far. 3rd and 5 after that loss. Let's move Carpenter over there. It's a man blitz. Let's go Pierce. Can't. And over the middle, wide open. Try to press them, and I just don't know if they got burned or they just didn't listen, but it didn't really seem like a press to me. Skinner might want to drop back a little bit. I get it's cover 2 or trying to disguise it, but nothing to disguise if you can't get back in time anyways. Wide open, and that's another wide open player too. Not going to get over there. Gain of 8. I honestly think with how slow these linebackers are, our only chance is dime most of the season. And even then, I really don't love the DBs even, especially if we're trying to stop the run. Quick to the outside, and we're burned again. Way worse, honestly, in coverage this week than last week, which is saying something. From the 12, bringing the blitz. Read option, keeper, and there's nobody on Derek Carr. One-on-one. Huge hit, fumble! No one goes to recover it. He might have been down anyways. He might have hit elbow, but if not, dude, that is a massive missed opportunity. Pierce has got speed, man. He could have definitely taken that back to the house if he would have been in position, but he was a little out of position in general. I don't know who to go to. Wide open. They do take him down. 3rd and 1 from the 3. I mean, you got no choice but to blitz here. I don't know if you run commit, because I don't know if I believe, but you definitely bring the blitz and just hopefully get in there. Which is another read option, and no way. Derek Carr is into the end zone on the read keeps. Not Skinner, Tariq Carpenter had him. He one-on-one tackled Genty in the backfield, but Derek Carr somehow too elusive. That is insane to me. What a play by Carpenter, and just misses him. Yeah, I don't necessarily... I'm not too worried about the offense, but this defense... This is like a league's worst ever type of defense. I'll tell you this one. I am very glad that when they asked us about what we think we're going to do on the season, that it was about the offense. This is a tough throw, and yeah, expectedly overthrown. And I get it. I don't love the idea that we're just throwing the ball first down almost every time, but we've had some looks. We're just missing. As Scadaboo is going to make this count for a good 10. Okay, if the play is spoken... Oh, I got to go for this. I got to go route. I need one of these guys to win. I think he won it. Is that on? That's on! Slightly behind him, but Broughton takes it in to the 20-yard line. Injury for one of the Bosas. Maybe the turning point of this game. Of course, still a lot of points to turn over, but not a bad start, I suppose, as that is a tough one. He caught now, I was about to say. There's no way Broughton caught that. Also, is it Broden? Maybe we need to get him in the front office and see what the name is. As Scadaboo really wanted that stiff arm desperately, finding a great angle there. That was a lot of visionary. 6 yards after all of those kind of hesitations. Got another zig, see if we can get it going. They are going to leave it, but oh my lord, the entire offensive line collapses, and we're going to have to kick a field goal. I have never seen that bad of an offensive lineman play in my entire life. And I've seen some defenses. You best believe we're kicking every single field goal because we need every point we can get. As we do get on the board with, another 3, which makes it a one-possessioner. Problem with that type of one-possessioner is that it is 3 whole minutes before the halftime, so they have obviously plenty of time to try and score again. And we're burned over the middle, but we're a linebacker after all. And they're going to bounce off that tackle and then that tackle, and I thought about that tackle too. Romeo Dobbs for first down. How does one play defense when you not only can't tackle, but you just can't run? The guys are insanely slow. We do a great job with Sewell, who... actually, I don't even know if it was Sewell. Yeah, it was Sewell. Brings him down. One try, because that's who he is, but still, oh my. We're going to need some linebackers desperately. And over the middle. Oh, what a try. Sewell misses. Genty's... No way! Wow, what a chase down there from James Pierce, I believe. We got the Javelin coming in on a blitz. We need something. Quick throw to the outside. Can't get over there. Huge hit. Romeo Dobbs first down. Thought maybe we were going to force the knockout or at the least, well, maybe not at the least, but maybe a fumble. And there goes Pierce, who would have had way more than just those 9 yards if he tried. Little surprised to see them calling a timeout there, but I'm not going to complain. Yeah, we're just so slow. Quick out. We can't get over there to help. Oh, my God. We help wrap him up, but to the 1 yard line, man. Yeah, I mean, we really desperately need to stop this from not being a score. Like, it just can't be a touchdown. We run commit, and Genty gets brought down back to the 1. And then our worst nightmare, they are no longer going super heavy, meaning we have to defend the pass while they're still likely going to run it. And we do stop them. Okay, to the 3. From the 3, desperately need to stop, especially since we wasted all of our timeouts to try and get it. Oh, my God, what a hit from Tariq Carpenter. Please don't go for this. Oh, they're going for it. This is a lose-lose for us. Yes, we can maybe get off the field without giving up points, but our drive, we might give them 2 anyways on the safety. We got to bring the run commit anyways. And we can't get there. Oh, we get the stop. Nice on the 1. From the 1, can we get out of here, though, is the question. Barely. I mean, if I'm them, I'm calling a timeout here. They're not going to call a timeout. I'm chilling. I'm going to, hey, down by 8, but it could have been worse. One hell of a stand at the 1-yard line. I'm not even going to like, I don't care. I don't care how fast and, potential Broughton has to get down the field. We'll take that 8-point deficit into halftime. That's A-okay to me. We get the ball. I mean, technically, we can tie this game up right in the start of the second half. All right, start of the second half, we said to continue to try and run inside, which is gone okay, and then defend the medium pass because that's kind of where they're cooking us. Oh, we get a pretty good return here. Nice stiff arm down to the 39. Good play, Marset. Or James. I keep thinking it's Marset, but it's actually James Washington. Scottaboo had a couple of nice plays, some good vision stuff. Haven't really seen like a breakaway play. And yeah, they're like, here's the highlight. Oh, he doesn't have any highlights. You're telling me his best play was like 12 yards and it was just following the blocks? Okay. Oh, I thought it was an A. Yeah, I was wondering why he was so open. They brought a blitz. I thought it was A, and it was not. Why would you not have the tight end route on A? I don't know. That's a great throw. Oh, beautiful. Try to juke back inside to the 42. DTR, you're feeling like we're going to have to run because I thought that guy was going to step out and take that in Texas route. As Gadsden, of course, is injured after a big play. We can never have a win, even when we win. We have a winning moment, and what happens? It's all for nothing. The Bosas are healthy. We're always losing. That ball was so behind him. Oh, there goes Broughton. I thought he was gone. 11-yarder, though. That's not bad. And broken ribs for Gadsden already. Big play, instantly useless. Ali on the run. He's had a couple of big plays for us, and another one here as he gains about 11. It sucks. I do like, a nice stretch or a wide zone, but you got freaking Bosa causing problems over there, and just like that, we lose another 2 on the outside runs. You just can't run outside. We just simply don't have the discipline to block those edge runs. We just don't. And take the drag to Wayne. He gains about 12. Actually, 14. Let's do a corner. Not sure if I like that. It's too deep, I think. Wide open, tight end, Simon, touchdown. With the 2-point, we can tie it up. We got a QB run here. I don't know if I like that. This play action could work, though. Back in the end zone. Dropped. I mean, that's a tough one. Don't get me wrong, but he's got to catch that. Hits his hands. In that situation, you brace her, you impact, and you catch that thing. Failed 2-point would lead to, of course, the Sharks being up by 1 possession. And then, of course, a huge pass interference penalty down the sideline is going to get them at the 40. And then on top of it, Genty breaks another 3 tackles on the run to get them to the 19 in literally 2 plays. 2 plays. Their offense has kind of struggled a little bit to finish drives, but I don't know if that's going to happen on this one, as that's a free play. I would say thankfully they're only running, but there goes Genty one-on-one, breaking every single tackle to the 1. He is generational. This penalty will be declined. They're back at the 1-yard line. Oh my, he actually has over 10 tackles broken. I'm trying to step up with Wood. And up the slant. Sort of our fault, but I feel like with all those receivers on that right side, they were going to try to make something happen. Instead, they go from the left on the slant, easy as you can be. And they'll regain the 2-possessioner. On the return, Flowers had a couple of real nice preseason returns, and that'll be a decent one to the 31. DTR today, though, 9 for 12, 146 yards, 1 touchdown. I know I'm going to jinx it, but kind of keeping the ball out of harm's way on top of it. Ali on the inside run, he had 1 run earlier, and it went for about 11. And, oh my God, the DT just cooked him, but thankfully not in position to make the tackle. That'll be 2 for 20. Scattaboo on the screen pass. Really good blocking there. Problem is, really good job by Scattaboo to just, get those blocks back going. But, yeah, the problem is they were all kind of stuck in the line, securing the angle, which I mean, that's fine. If we can get the ball off, most of the time the running back's going to be pretty open because, you're tricking them, right? As they try to get a hand on it. DTR taking one for the team with some of these hits while being thrown. Or the other one, throwing while being hit. Whatever works. We're going to hit him out of left field here and just straight up 5 wide on him. Let's see what we got. Quick throw to Marset, maybe. I don't know why he's doing that. It's an option, and he decides to just go all the way to the right on pretty much an out. The man directly across from him completely leaves it to step inside on Broughton, and he just continues to run. We're in trouble. We're going to force this to the tight end. Is never going to have a chance. Might have even picked up the blitz. I don't know, but I felt like we had to get rid of it, which I do like the punt. I don't love it, though. To about the 12. Oh, he keeps it in. Oh, my God. I know we probably could have hang timed it a little bit more, but these guys got to get there. This is unbelievable. Oh, read option. Pierce and company. Yeah, he's not going to go anywhere this time. I'm glad that they have that read option wrinkle. I know they got a touchdown on it, but you could argue they could have got a touchdown any other way. It's been kind of a negative one for them. They've been kind of behind the sticks a couple of times now because of it. So keep that read option going if you don't mind, as that won't matter as they're going to potentially score on this. Great chase down by the javelin, but also gets kicked in the head. Probably deserves it. Oh, it's a massive play to the 41. I mean, they can't score a touchdown. Scoring a touchdown with this time on the clock is definitely an L. Pierce. Oh, Pierce literally goes flying to try and take him down. Genty breaking every tackle, gains 2. And there goes a screen pass, which we were not ready for. One-on-one tackle, can't bring him down. Genty's got room. Genty spinning. Genty stiff-arming. Genty to the 24. Start of the fourth quarter, we are down 21-12, which is not a terrible score, but it still is a score that is not good enough to be tying or leading. And it sucks. The score's not, like, so far away that I can even put Willis in to, like, try him out either. And that can be picked! Picked off! Could score! Trice on the return is going to make this thing interesting. Celebrating into the end zone. Corey Trice Jr. with the interception for a score. And I think, man, this is really risky, but I don't know if I get it. Our defense just had to stop. I don't know if I necessarily trust the stops consistently. Go for 2. If you don't stop them, you at least get a chance on your very next drive, and it works out. Great blocking. Down by 1. The Sharks have just let us linger, man. I mean, that touchdown on that drive probably ends it. Instead, it's a shallow look. Derek Carr does it. Derek Carr sells the game. Pierce almost comes down with the sack. Things are turning. Don't love the helmet there. Let's see if a different one fits him better. See what he wants. See what he's like. Trying to get the push. Can't. Just bring him down. Great tackle. 3rd and 4. I don't necessarily love the way we're lined up here, but we're bringing a blitz. Going for that short defense. Oh, we leave him open. He takes a boom hit on the chin like it's nothing. Like, we have the speed of linebackers in the negative light, but, like, the tackling of corners. It's like, what do I even have these guys out here? Might as well just run dime every play. And, oh, we got burned. JSN has been insane. Trice, I can't blame because, A, that's a really good wide receiver, and B, he's the only reason why we're even in this game. Pick 6. All right. Got to get a good return. 6 minutes, 34 seconds in the fourth. Got a nice return look. Some pretty good blocks to the 39. It's a conflicting one because I want to find our way into the end zone no matter how. And I think, you know, tricking them with a deep look, especially on this crosser early, is a good decision. And that's going to be intercepted. I had to throw it a little earlier than I wanted to because the pressure was getting there. And the line, is that a linebacker? Alex Singleton's in position there. That hurts. All right, let's look back at it. Were my worries right? They were. Damn, dude. We just don't have time to throw. Maybe could have had Scattaboo for like 4 yards. That crosser is getting open. That crosser is literally less than like a second more away from being a 40-yard play. Seen Bosa coming. And like literally, any longer, we would have been sacked. So I wasn't wrong on the timing. Like, we needed to get it out then and there. I felt like he's still, because of the speed, you know, the way he gains on him here, I'm like, okay, if we lead this, he's probably a yard or 2 in front of him. Instead, it's kind of thrown directly at him. I mean, based on the depth there, that's behind him. But it's just not a good look. Like, you can't just be like, oh, well, we're running out of time, so you got to throw it now. It's like, well, if he's not open, I can't force it. I should have taken Cam. That is a force. That is a quote-unquote sell, if you will. But, yeah, I really wanted that crosser, and unfortunately, we just ran out of time. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, oh, Lord. Really good one-on-one hit, though, and Genty's still not technically down, landing on his guy. Took a real big hit there. Of course, it's really not going to matter if they score a touchdown or not here. It's really about how fast they score and if we can answer back. As they're going to do another read out. Oh, my God. And then Trice has to jump over someone. Huge hit on Derek Carr. That would be another chance to win it, forcing a fumble. Try to swat, and back of the end zone. JSN, touchdown. Potentially the dagger. And it does suck that we've kind of, like, for the most part, we abandoned the run all game long, but we've definitely abandoned the run, you know, now, because you just don't have the time for it. Screen pass is sort of like a run. Cam going out of bounds not going to help too much, but I guess you can't fumble if you got a bounce. Going to the flat with Marset, maybe. That's a really good throw, and just a terrible route by Broaden, dude. That's not a great route either, but it's better for sure. 9-yarder. We're on the ball here on short down distance. There you go. Nice juke move. Scataboo to the 26. Nice couple of moves there. We love it. Wayne 1-on-1. He probably doesn't win it, but I'm still going to give him a chance because they're going to give him that look. I'm glad we had patience as Marset burns him. They give us a good release on the throw, and I don't know what happened. Was this actually a bad throw, or did Marset just give up on the play? I mean, it's overthrown, but I feel like he kind of lets up here for some reason. Okay, we're going to reel it back in a little bit. We are going to reel it back in. We're going to try to find something a little bit shorter, set it up if we can. There's a couple of yards. Wayne, about 7. 4th and 3. Obviously, got to go for it. Going under, but we also do have a couple of deeper looks just in case they're there. Drag. Good throw. Trying to go down, goes to the 7. Really good spacing, though. Like, I was looking at that being like a super short play, not going to go super far. Just getting that first down. He actually gained ground quickly. And on the RPO, brought into the 1. Puts up 100 on the day if he doesn't lose a yard, but is still short of the end zone. And try to run this left away from the Bosa. And good blocking. Touchdown will keep us in it. I think you play the long game, which is, of course, keeping the game in it, keeping the team in it until the very moment it's over. If you go for 2, you don't get it, you're down 9, game's over, right? Mentally, it's over. Why even try? Go for the extra point here. You go for 2 later. You know, you give the defense hope. Duel coming in on the blitz off the edge. I think it's another run, but you don't know. We're wasting a lot of clock here. It's not. Quick to the outside. 1-on-1 tackle. Clean. 2-minute warning. 3rd and 3. Still not over if they get the first down, but it doesn't look great if they do. But they almost look like they're telepathing. It's not going to run commit because it cannot give up a touchdown. And Genty will go down. 4th and 5. They're going to give us a chance. They played extremely conservatively. And down 8, we actually have a chance here. They let us stay in this one with that pick 6. And it might come back to haunt them as we're going to be at the 20. We need 80 yards in under 2. It's a tough one because you just really don't have a lot of time, but you also can't just force it down the field because they're defending it. We forced that one. Almost pick. 4th and 3. Quick pass. Getting a fullback in there just in case we need a bit of time. I love it. Oh, what a throw! DTR keeps it alive. Wayne juking inside all the way to the 40-yard line. Timeout. Huge throw by DTR. Unbelievable. As he's being hit by, again, another Bosa. Clutches one out. From the 40, we have 1 timeout. You can stay in the middle of the field, but you're going to want to make these plays count. And I wanted that tight end so bad, but I couldn't stand tough enough in the pocket to do it. Really like the tight end there. I think they're going to leave the running back open on this. I think there's going to be a double blitz, and he's going to be wide. Maybe not. Broaden. Great block by the tight end. Turn it to the line and spike it to the 25-yard line. 34 seconds left with a timeout. 25 yards out. Bring the streak from Simon. See if he can make a play happen. Broaden. That's a great throw. He's going to get out of bounds to the 7. It's been a spectacular drive. The zig has been pretty lethal. We got Broaden on that, kind of hitch. They're on that zone look again, though. Marset. End zone call. Touchdown. 16 seconds left. 2-point conversion. You got to have it. You got to have it. I like this. Spacing. You could hit Scataboo maybe. Marset. I don't know if I trust Broaden to win that matchup. I have a feeling we're going to fail this. Hopefully not, though. Broaden. Drops it. Oh, no way! It is free. Hands outreached. Perfect ball. He drops the game tire. That is unbelievable. They don't even show it again. There's no way he drops this. This is literally perfect. This is like you cannot. Right in front of him. Look at this. He drops this. This is the craziest drop of all time. Well, here we go. Ah, damn, dude. Huge hit, no fumble, and we lose by 2 to the Sharks. Unbelievable loss right there at the end. I mean, we lost to Derek Carr putting up 5 touchdowns. It's going to be a while until we're a real competitor. But at least we're competing. It's just I don't think we're a true competitor, you know? I think a bit of that usering is, kind of making up for how bad the team is. But, yeah, this team is strugglesome. You sim these games, you're losing 60-3. All right, looking at the numbers, DTR completion percentage wasn't great, throwing them away, and as we're being hit, and a couple of throws that just, barely getting them away and throwing them away in general. Not bad touchdowns, not bad yards, but, threw a pick, didn't win the game, simply put. Derek Carr threw that real bad pick 6, but other than that, he was perfect all day long. Scattaboo, Derek Carr, not Cam Ward. You, of course, had that fumble, but 15 broken tackles for Jetty. He had the same amount of tackles broken as he did attempts on the game. Tyrone Broden, 133 yards. JSN, 135 yards, but 3 touchdowns. Really good game for Broden, who could, even though he sold us the game, could absolutely have a breakout. Of course, we had basically no pressure all game long. Trice at the pick 6, could get a breakout as well. Singleton with a pick. Huge L. Very disappointing. Julius Wood has one of our upgrades, a hybrid upgrade for him, as it's just one of the best upgrades in general. 3-to-man, 2-to-zone. How can you beat that? You just can't. One new injury. Gadsden, of course, injured for 4 weeks, unless you have a bye week. Could be 3, but it's not as bad as, of course, J.C. Horn. All right, week 3, going against the Wranglers, it appears, but more importantly, do we have a breakout? I'm really hoping there is, because this would be massive, especially this early on. He deserves it. Oh, it could be him. Breakout for a receiver, also a linebacker breakout, not Trice, which is a little surprising. No player of the week, unfortunately. We also have our national scouting, which we're going to want to, I'm not sure what to do, but something. Read for the Vipers. Warhacks have Spates. Monsters, our division rivals, have Caleb Williams having a great game. And then, of course, Joe Burrow of the Wranglers, speaking of. Great time to be going against a guy that just got player of the week. All right, Tree Carpenter, 2 tackles for a loss to get him a dev up, which would be kind of big. I don't know if he's going to get it, but he does get in the backfield quite a bit. Then, for the breakout receiver, it's got to be Broaden, right? 133 yards, I think it was. Did sell us right at the end, but obviously they can't really tell the difference. They're like, hey, good game no matter what. Obviously kind of sold it right at the end, but, here we are. Freddie Dingler, who are we talking to? A reliable receiver is a great asset. I mean, all reliable players are a great asset, to be fair. Stay focused and let us know we can count on you every game. And it is. What does he got? What does he need? 75 yards and a touchdown. We got to do it. I will lose the entire game purposely if I have to get this. That is how massive it is for us. The Wranglers with 0 injuries as we're about to take on the look of their depth chart as we obviously have to set our weekly strategy. Can't do that without knowing who they got. There's Willis back in the starting line. I don't know what happened there, dude. Unless he got injured before the game and then it just changed the lineup. I don't know. But Joe Burrow, of course, player of the week, just a good quarterback in general. Their backup is Anthony Richardson. Their backup would be our starter. They'd still want too much for him, probably a first-round pick. I would not blame them, and I can't give that up. We are potentially drafting top 5, maybe number 1 overall. They have Gibbs as their running back, Juszczyk as their fullback, Cooper Kupp as their wide receiver 1, Shakir 2, 3 for Brandon Cooks, Goddard at tight end 1, left tackle solid, left guard's okay, center's meh, right guard's very good. Right tackle's okay. Left end solid if this is a 3-4. Benton, okay, looking like a 3-4 if you ask me. Got a lot of youthful players in there. Tuli Tuipulotu, not the best edge rusher, but he's got a chance to develop. Middle linebacker 1's good. Number 2, very slow. And then Abdul Carter, the number 1 outside linebacker. So they are young. They're just, they're low overalls right now. Witherspoon's a great corner 1, and they do have a lot of speed at corner 2 and 3. Savage, suspect, once again, a lot of speed at corner free safety 1. And then Jair Brown, 86 speed, strong safety. Not bad by any means. Chris Boswell, 95 kick power, 95 accuracy, with 86 overall in general. All right, taking a look at their offense. Obviously, they're a really good offense. They're really good at passing the ball. And I would say short because you have Gibbs, who's a threat. Then we, of course, have Devin Witherspoon, who very good rush yards defense. So, I mean, and surprisingly with Witherspoon, they're saying the pass game is their kind of weakness. That's what we're going to focus on. I believe that it's true because other than Witherspoon, they are pretty suspect in that defensive backfield. I mean, obviously, we're going to make everyone look like they're really goated, but yeah, I mean, I think they could be vulnerable. Not a lot of upgrades, but we do have one massive one. James Pierce getting himself a upgrade. 2 block shed, 1 to finesse. Definitely a guy we're trying to get to Superstar Dev, because he's got that Superstar. You just don't know what the dev is yet, so we can't get the abilities until that's actually shown. Like, we know it's Superstar, but oh no, it's hidden. What could it be? Of course, you have Miles Harden. Some wins, some losses. 1-to-man cover is an L for the upgrade, I'll tell you that much. Taking on the Boise Wranglers. Looking at those uniforms. Got that kind of navy-ish blue look. The alternate all white in case there's some conflicting situations. And then, of course, we're going to be rocking our normal aways. I believe there's some options here. Could go alternate 2. Put the alternate 2 pants on. Do we go full orange? Let's go orange. Let's hit that orange early. Not home. I think that works out, right? I think that's all right. Little, a couple of different colors in there, but that's fine. That tan and orange is sort of our, primary and secondary. Of course, it looks a little conflicty, but I'm fine with it for now. Maybe not going forward, who knows? We'll have to see if Broughton could do it. I almost called him Borden. As, yeah, we're conflicting. Okay, I'll call it out how it is. I really wish I would have put some orange on the shoulders there, but I can't. I don't have the options for that. I don't have the ability to make 10 uniforms, unfortunately. You can only do 5, so yeah, it's just unfortunate. Kicking this thing deep. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed off at the uniforms, I'll be honest. You guys are probably like, it's not too bad. Or you guys are like, no, it is terrible. What are you talking about? To the 30-yard line. Maybe this is how we win a game. This would be so fitting that these are the uniforms we win in. But here are the Wranglers coming out like a Colts alternate almost, if you will. As Joe Burrow, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick, 600 yards to start this season out. Definitely not struggling. Of course, Carpenter going to try to get these tackles for a loss. Needs 2 of them to go up in dev. I mean, he's got a lot of athleticism. We can't get off the block. And there goes Gibbs. Not getting a whole lot, though, but gains 4. It would be nice to actually have, like, proper orange top-aways. And that's pretty good defense. Still holds on. Great job, though, by the defensive tackle. Trey Carpenter on that one. Doesn't matter for the tackle for a loss thing, but still trying to stop them. Get off the field here. 3rd and 1. Doable. I don't feel great about it, but it is doable. Sewell one-on-one against Gibbs is crazy, by the way. As there goes Cooper Kupp. Burning the defense. Shot to the knees, but to the 27-yard line. Massive first down. It is tough. He's a very good player, but not only is he a rookie, but they know he's the best player, so there's a lot of times they'd chip him. Not going to give him that one-on-one. Of course, the one time we actually have time to throw. That could be picked, and it is! The safety kind of forced to return this based on momentum, trying to cut it back. Can't. To the 12-yard line. Julius Wood. Huge interception there. Stopping their drive dead. Joe Burrow is 2nd pick of the season. Not sure what Joe Burrow's seeing here. Flat-footed as can be, and there's just not a hope that that's open. And here goes Mr. Dorian Thompson-Robinson. 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, 481 yards. Not a bad completion percentage, all things considered, with this roster. And I know we do have the pass game focus this week, but we're still going to try to run the ball a lot, as they're going to... Wow, Scattaboo showing off just enough speed. Nice. They're going to be offside, it seems, unless it's instantly holding, which would be crazy. It's not. We're going to climb this no matter what, even if it's inches. 2nd and 1. I mean, I still think it's, 4 yards is not guaranteed in the league. 1 yard on 3 tries. If it's not, you're in the wrong business. I'll be real. As Scattaboo, another big run. He's got that juke move on point. I think with the way he runs, I think we are going to focus more on that elusive. Until he gets to at least 90 juke move, then maybe we go back to the power. Even though the power upgrades haven't been terrible, I just think he actually looks pretty good as an elusive back. Look at the fullback. Huge blocks. Doesn't really get a great juke there, but to the 50, 3 for 38. And this is where I would love Ali to come in, so I am glad that they did that for us. Brought in. Not really open, but what is that? Don't tell me that's an ineligible man instantly. That is crazy work. Holding. Okay. It's bad, but it's not as bad as ineligible. Like, if you're ineligible off rip, what are you doing, 1st and 19, pretty much have to throw it here. Broughton. It's not bad. Holds on. Nice. Huge catch. 16-yarder. Went possession on that one. Going to try to avoid. It's hard, but avoid the possession or the aggressive catches until he gets a little bit better. And we had him, and we get sacked. Damn, dude. Of course, of all the people I'll get sacked by, it's a low overall. We had Broughton, too. That's the worst part. Not only is it like a first down, then some, maybe a scoring drive, but you lose that that great opportunity to put some numbers up. We can't. I wanted to hit Wayne, and unfortunately, that DB dropped down on us. This will be a punt. 1st and 10 goes for nothing. It's going to be a screen pass. We're not over there. 1-on-1. Good tackle. Wow. Gain of nothing. Unfortunately, a yard short of being a tackle for a loss. That is painful. Tariq Carpenter had a chance there. 2 tackles for a loss. Man, that is a lot to ask for, though. We're not going to bring the blitz. And wide open over the middle. He's got room across the defense to the 50. One thing I do hate about those, breakouts is that you get so fixated on trying to get the challenge that, you're not even focused on the game, but it's like, it's important. Short throw to the outside. Joe Burrow, I don't know if he's just trying to get a field goal, but he's not going to even get that. Defenses, especially ours, when you consider how much talent they have versus how much little of talent we have, actually playing pretty well. This thing's going to be pinned deep into the 7, maybe. Ali on the handoff inside. They try to collapse. They don't, and Ali's going to have a lot of room. Good juke move. Gets about 13, 14 yards. We got a PA boot. Might be looking for one of the tight ends. Broaden, and that's going to be picked. Oh, it should have been picked off. Probably a hold as well on top of it. Ineligible man downfield. Nice. But of all the players to be, ineligible, a tackle? I could see the center, but, the tackle? We're in trouble. DTR. Broaden. Drops it. Try to go possession. That, I'll admit, is maybe a little bit of forcing it for the dev. He is open. Even though we go possession, he just doesn't catch it. Broaden. Nice. It works out anyways. Huge gainer. All the way to 44. Massive. About 75% of the way there, and it's only the first quarter. I'm going to go slants. Probably going to force this to scat. Nope. We have Broaden, but I like the run a little bit more. Great blocking. Really good blocking. I believed in the blockers, and it worked to perfection. 23 for DTR. Looking for the corner maybe with Marset. Wayne's open. Unfortunately, we just don't have the time to throw those deep ends ever. Ali on the inside handoff. They're bringing a blitz. We actually get it blocked pretty well. One to beat Ali. Outruns the safety to the spot. And another big play for Ali into the end zone. I like Scattaboo the most. I think he's the better running back, but you can't deny Ali's got the home run hits. Don't get me wrong, their safeties give ours a run for their money for how bad they are, but I still can't believe the angle that he took there. That was horrible. As they're going to get collapsed, but it's still going to be a first down. And, that could have been picked off. He wasn't looking. Cooper Kupp bounces the tackle and scores. 61-yard touchdown, massive score for them as well. How come the stands look like we're in prison? Ali back in again. Scattaboo. I don't know if he's injured or we're just going with the hot hand, but Ali is putting them pretty good numbers. 3 for 52. Scattaboo on this one. Inside zone. If Broaden can get to him, this should be a first down with Eat. They just completely collapsed the inside. Play action slide. Let's see if we have time to throw this. And they're not going to give it to us. They're going to throw it out to Scattaboo. Give him a chance. Tries to spin out of it. Can't. Gain a 1 punt. What is Guidry doing? Want to get back on side? Oh, my Lord. And there's nobody on him. I get it because it was our fault. We left the running back wide open. Our guy tried to save us. But, man, it was just not even close. It even looked like we were trying to play defense. I don't know what Joe Burrow needs to do to get in the zone. Oh, here's a sack. Yes! Tariq Carpenter. There's one. Loss on the play. 1 to go. We blew that one up. There we go. Okay. Maybe got a chance at this thing after all. And try to do it again if they're... Oh, Tariq. Over pursued it. He's on that. That better count. He was on that, brother. And they do count it. 2 tackles for a loss. Tariq Carpenter start Ev. Honestly, I think he's middle linebacker 1. He's actually got athleticism. He's a thumper. I think he's better than Paul, to be honest. I don't see how we don't. 2-minute warning, 3rd and 21. Defense is starting to rally a bit. I got to tell you, though, it is nice to have your breakout early into the game. Broaden basically has his as well. We're going to call a timeout here, trying to score before halftime. I'm really surprised, though, that of all the teams, the Wranglers are a team that were actually, slowing down. Their offense looks insane. Joe Burrow is struggling. They're going to try to bounce it all the way. Flowers, nice return to the 46. Broaden, not going to have a chance to throw to him. We're definitely forcing it a little bit. Got to look at the whole picture. He'll get his. He's got 50-some yards. It'd be insane not to. We're in trouble again, throwing it barely. Ironically enough, he might have actually had brought in right away, and I just hesitated because I was like, am I just forcing it to him, or is he actually open? And that time he is open. There's no question about it. First down to the 40. I want to say he's getting better at route running because some of those routes have actually looked pretty decent. And almost picked off, swatted again. This offensive line's getting cooked now. Got that kind of double levels post. And we're in trouble instantaneously. What an effort. And it's picked off. I have no idea how Devin Witherspoon just made that play. But that is unbelievable. What a throw by DTR. And somehow Wayne lets him not only get in front, but catch the thing. What an effort. And it's all for nothing. I don't know how the hell he even gets back to this, let alone gets his hands on it and keeps the feet in. Well, there goes our chance to take the lead before halftime. We're going to throw a pick a game at this rate, which is not surprising with how bad of a team we have. And that's a force, but he's open. And there's a big play, stiff arms out of bounds to the 40. Even when we actually play pretty well, even on a specific play, they just somehow just bend us over. It's been a consistent theme being bent over. Not a huge theme I'm a fan of. I mean, you can't knock it till you try it, but, you know, doesn't sound fun to me. See if Pierce wants to get in there. We got 4 bars versus 3. Does win, but there's just nobody on their receivers. Breaks the tackle down to the 16-yard line. Underneath. Back of the end zone. Also picked. Is that right foot out? There's no way we just got another pick. Miles Harden. I don't know what I'm watching here, but at least it's not going negatively for us. Terrible throw. Great catch. Are we forcing a little bit to try and get some yards? Yeah. We need to report me. Please don't. I mean, that's a big guy. Oh, my God. If he would have caught that off the deflection. That would have been actually insane, though. Got the go route look. I'm just going to run it. Scattaboo. And, of course, face mask. No call. All right, start of the second half. Nothing happens. 7-7. What a score line so far. That's a tough one. Just really, I mean, it's a great throw again. Just not easy to catch. I really never would have thought in a million years that the receivers would have been the problem, not the quarterback. Should have taken that. We'll take it. It's behind him. Oh, it's caught. Marset. What a play. To the 45-yard line. It just, you know, you're looking at this lineup. How the hell am I supposed to run this confidently? And he's just not facing the right way. You're sitting down on the route. You should be facing the other way. I don't know why the hell he would be facing that way, but sure, this play action did not work for us last time. Yeah, maybe time to retire this thing. And there goes DTR making it count after the play breaks down to the 26-yard line, just showing off slightly enough speed. Again, if you were wondering why we went so hard on the fast QBs, you have your answer. That's a great throw. Wayne outrunning the defense. Touchdown, Jared Wayne. DTR has been actually pretty impressive. Some of these interceptions is not even his fault at all. What a play. We'll take the lead. They just had nobody. 0. And we're just going to walk it in the end zone. It's not really walking. Wayne's like, walk? You call that walking? I ran as fast as I could. All right. Chance on the road, of all places, to win our first game on the season. 5.5 in the third. It's going to be a counter, and they're all over. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. We're on him, and Gibbs going to show off that speed. Touchdown. Forget everything I've said. Well, that sure took no time at all, huh? Got a lot of linemen on the, you know, on the line, of course. I know how that works. Cam Scattaboo gaining 4 on what should have been 1. Back to stick, actually scored on this play. Should have taken a tight end. But Wayne will make another really good catch, so that's fine. Inside zone. Get some pretty good blocking here. Scattaboo for 9. All right, our reads have been pretty good. We're going to trust our reads. Wide open. Kind of predetermined that one a little bit. Marset was just always going to be open there. Definitely not, but had a chance. Play action as they've got every player on the team on that line. Going to go with the possession. I just don't trust that guy blowing it up. 5 yards is 5 yards. Don't love a read option here, but we're going to do it. And they read it, but Ali really had a chance to break one free, only gets a yard. Another inside zone. Scattaboo. Make a play, please. Left guard. Left guard just doesn't do anything, dude. He gets him, but it's not until we cut back inside. They also missed the extra point and realized that 52-yard play for the field goal. It's a long one, but we're going to try it anyways. A little off on that accuracy. It's going to be good, though. 52-yarder successful, up by 4, near in the fourth quarter. We're going to come with the blitz. I mean, I don't know. I didn't actually look at Broughton's numbers, but I think we got both of these breakouts already. Blitz off the edge, double teamed. Both DBs coming in untouched. And that will be a massive loss, now forcing a 3rd and 13. Got to watch out for this freaking Cooper Kupp guy. And he's got a chance to run one-on-one, and he slides. I mean, Joe Burrow's not a crazy fighter, but Guidry's pretty small. I would have taken that chance, try to stiff arm him. Flowers on the return. Going to get a good one. Should have been a late hit, dude. Scattaboo to the edge. I mean, they're kind of spread around a little bit. Pretty good blocking. There goes Scattaboo. Of course there's a hold. Of course there's a hold. And then our lineman falls down like a freaking dork. I mean, this is like a game-winning drive right here. You know, I'm going to need you to do better, buddy. Forces to be super one-dimensional on top of it. Took another drag. I mean, they're going to let it go because, you know, they're like, well, they're obviously going to try to get all 16s. Like, no. I'll go underneath every day of the week if I have to. Another 10 yards, who I would imagine has... oh, he needs a touchdown. We didn't get a touchdown, did we? Oh, crap. And we're not going to get it on this either. Oh, no. Good effort. Gets away from the guy, and that'll be a throwaway. I forgot he needs a touchdown. I don't think we got one. Oh, now I'm really panicking. I completely forgot it's not just yards. He needs touchdowns. Well, not touchdowns, but a touchdown. And they do fair catch it. This is bad. Sound like a sheep. We're bringing 0 blitz. Got the DBs coming off the edge. In trouble. And he misses the tackle. We played it so safely there, too. I mean, I knew there was the risk there. But I think on 2nd and 8, you're thinking, okay, they're probably going to look for, you know, just a little short play to get a first down, maybe. But the blitz can catch him off guard because who comes all out on 2nd and down? And nope. Joe Burrow handles it. Our guy missed the tackle, and they're with the lead. Completely forgot about Broughton needing a touchdown, too. That sucks. Not going to get overly excited, though. I'm going to treat it like, you know, the game is just where it is, which we are. It is what it is, some would say. Got an RPO look. Broughton is going to be your guy on that. And he cuts back. Scattaboo gains 4. I don't know if I necessarily love this, but I'm still going to run it with Scat. One-on-one, and he gets denied. Wow. Crazy with how the game is turned. They're like, yeah, you should probably punt this. You're crazy. Dive play. Scattaboo. Easy money. First down. Going with the play action look. Tight end. It's a little behind him. Great throw. Great catch. Simon. Even if we lose this game, if we can just get a touchdown with Broughton, I am a happy man. They're not going to let us have that. You got to take that. It's a good throw. Broughton. Sardev lead. Utilizing that size and speed to separate. It's a perfect throw. We got plenty enough, you know, time to roll out and get that look. And it's a beauty. Oh, there you go. He's so huge, by the way. Maybe we make the argument that he gained 20 pounds and lost 2 speed or something. Be a little more fair. Because he looks insane. Like he is a lot larger than he should be. Oh, my. That is not fair that Goddard's running around like that. 2 dev-ups by week 3. Huge. Technically more because Pierce is a superstar off of training camp. Oh, that zig is wide open. Good hit. Win or lose, it looks like it's going to be a walk-off. There's going to be no overtime. It's going to be a walk-off, win or lose. And, I mean, we're on what we can be on. 9-yarder, 2-minute warning. Burrow in control. Little press action, 3rd and 1. This guy's wide open. Oh, so is the running back. I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, Paul is just genuinely the slowest player in the world. Even Sewell is faster than him. Hopefully we can develop Tariq Carpenter into a star because he's middle linebacker 1 for sure, dude. He's just much better. Good press. And we're out there, and Joe Burrow actually does take a hit and could have fumbled. Doesn't, though. Why are they calling a timeout? They're going to give us a chance at the ball here. Maybe there is an overtime look. I thought they're going to waste like almost all the clock here, but they're actually calling timeouts. Oh, my God. We just got smoked. They should be letting this clock go. Because I can't call a timeout just yet. You know, I got to save these timeouts if I can. A little underneath. Good tackle, slips off it. No, he doesn't. And one of our guys got hurt, Norman Lott, running a blitz. And I mean, like, I literally moved the guy over because I knew he wasn't close enough to Goddard. He moves himself back over, gets locked in by one of our guys, and just like, oh, I didn't expect that to happen. Like, really? I did. I can't have another heartbreaker. 2 timeouts, under a minute left to play. Sadness. And Ali drops it. I mean, that would have been juke back inside, 8 to 9 yards. Anders Carlson can hit from 38. Not an easy throw, but it is a kick, but that is a kick that he can apparently make. I believe it, too. Marset drops it. Oh, my God, these guys. I am going to launch a full-scale investigation into this team myself if we lose this game. That is crazy. Tight end, Simon. Dependable. Literally the GOAT. I mean, Gadsden might be screwed. I'll be real with you. It might be over for Gadsden. Broaden. Good catch. Okay, we'll have to use one of our timeouts, but we're about 10 yards away. Play action read. Panicked it, and he picks it off. Oh, no. We lost. Was waiting, and I was like, oh, crap, they're on me. Tried to throw to the running back. Thought he was Y, and he wasn't. Like, I think the running back's RB on this one. And I'm like, waiting. Yeah, we should take the running back and panicked it. You can tell by the fact that we floated it up to the moon. This linebacker's out jumping our wide receivers. Holy crap. That's actually insane, though. But yes, that is absolutely so. Don't get me wrong, last game, obviously, completely Broaden's fault. No one else. Obviously, all him. This one, yeah, we made some mistakes. We made some mistakes that we would love to have back. DTR is playing well. We've just made some bad errors. Defense wasn't perfect, but they did enough, and we let them down. We simply let them down. Scatabo, 61 yards, 4.6 yards per carry. Ali, 55 yards a touchdown, 11 yards per carry. Broaden, another great game, 126 with a touchdown. Maybe he gets a double up. That'd be awesome. Wayne with a touchdown. That's great. Defensively, we had a couple of sacks, all on blitzes. Pick for Henley, Harden, Witherspoon, and Wood. Kicking, they missed the extra point. Didn't seem to matter. All right, give us our DevOps, please. Hopefully it's a lot of XP as well, because all these guys are so low of overalls that, if they even get 2 or 3 upgrades, they can easily get up to 68, 70. Let's take a look at Tariq Carpenter, who obviously got his. Another strong game from Tariq Carpenter, the former safety. Maybe even plays safety down the line. Star development trait. It's just a dev. I mean, obviously that's huge, but also it does suck. Who got hurt again? Norman Lottie's long-term injured, huh? What do we got? Broaden had another good game. He's shown the type of target he can be in the passing game. Star dev. Let's go. Massive for Broaden. We already knew he was going to be a guy for us. Didn't think he would be the type of guy that he is, though, for us so far. I thought he would have been, still, a deeper threat guy. But no, he is the drag master. He has gotten us, some deep plays. But, yeah, obviously, not a great, after the catch guy with juke moves, but pure line speed. He's got potential. He absolutely has potential here. And then looking at the injury update, Norman Lott joins Gadsden for another 3 weeks minimum, unless there's a bye week, which I don't think there is. Of course, big things on the horizon as we're going to take on our first divisional matchup, taking on the Monsters. Let's head to that game for the final game of this episode. Week 4, 0-3 start for us, 2-0 start for them. The Missoula Monsters. Let's take a look at the players of the week. We have a lot of guys re-sign. If Broaden is one of them, we got to sign him ASAP, where he's not expensive yet. The Kodiaks and the Cyclones with player of the week winners on the quarterback front. And then, of course, you have the Aqua Wolves with the Steamers winning their defensive backfield defensive player of the week wins. And look at the Monsters roster. A low overall but a high potential Caleb Williams. James Cook is their running back 1. A lot of potential there. Troutman's their fullback. CeeDee Lamb is a great wide receiver 1. Keenan Allen is on the older side, but not a bad player. And then obviously Egbuka, high potential there. Laporta's a great tight end. Left tackle's good for a season. Dickerson's amazing. Corbett's okay. Right guard's definitely needing a replacement. And Latham, high potential right tackle. Left end's iffy, but he's got finesse potential. Joe Shirion's iffy, but he has finesse potential. Hargrave's good for a couple of seasons, really good actually. Chop Robinson is a 3-4 if it is, really light inside. Spillane's a decent, serviceable middle linebacker. Right out's not so great. Corners are very good. Free safety's very good, and strong safety's very good. So they got some DBs here, and they have our kicker's brother, Daniel Carlson, with Torrey Taylor, the punter. I still just can't believe it. Like, I get it. His acceleration's pretty garbage, but his change of direction's solid, man. That Excel is just killer, I think. I really think he's just that slow. I mean, even Sewell's got like 90 acceleration. That Excel is just, he's terrible. I can't start Paul. But of course, taking a look at some of these negotiations, Jared Wayne, Noah Sewell, Chris Paul Jr., Harden, Trice, Smith Marset. Is Broughton on this list? Kind of wish he was. Tariq Carpenter, obviously we have to sign him because he's got star dev now, but even he doesn't have like the largest long-term. It's just, that's the one thing though with this team. We can get away some pretty cheap contracts. 4-year 5.3, 5.2, because I mean these guys aren't that great, right? Jared Wayne, if we don't, replace him, 3 years, good deal. Sewell, another guy, we'll probably do some 3 years with some, a couple of bonuses here and there. Want to make it realistic. I mean, even though they're not great players and, maybe they wouldn't even be starters anywhere else in the league, you still want to give them a little bonus. It's a little more fair. Make it seem like they're earning something even if they don't make the roster. As far as, there you go, 4-year 10. Trice, he's got some potential. Smith Marset, I think I'll do a 2-year because I imagine we're going to draft at least one wide receiver, so somebody's got to be on their way out, right? Whippler, the interior of this line is pretty bad. We'll re-sign the guys that make sense, right? Some of these lower expensive guys, Thompson Robinson, even if he isn't our starter long term, I wouldn't mind him on a 3-year 9 as a backup, so that's what we'll do. But yeah, you get the gist. You kind of know the kind of players we're used to signing. All right, before we get into the weekly strategy, we do want to take a look at this press conference, see what they've got to say. What was that breaking news, by the way? I'm kind of curious to see what that was. I don't even know. Who was it? The Stallions? Couldn't even see who it was. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, how he's played so far? What has he done well? Oh, God. Yards per... It's probably the sacks, right? It's probably the sacks. Well, what would it be? It'd be interesting to see how he reacts. I don't know. Your quarterback is frustrated by your answer? Shut the hell up, punk. What was the breaking news, though?
It's frustrating. I can't remember how well you play.
What do you mean? Like, he obviously has turned the ball over. Doesn't have many yards or touchdowns. Avoiding sacks isn't that big of a deal. Throwing the ball away. Oh, wow. You're really killing it. Breaking game of the week. Oh, it's the Wranglers versus the Stallions. I don't give a damn. Let's go to the strategy. Kind of a young-ish offense. They look like they're really good, though. It says medium. I'm going to trust it. I really think to defend the run is the better option here, though. And then we're going to run inside. And I might actually change our focus. Instead of Fashanu, I think I'm going to go with Mr. Broughton. And as I expected, it is actually Broughton, which I actually think is a little bit more fun to say anyways. Broughton probably would be the double D, right? I don't love that the numbers interject. Like, he's got a big old stomach on him there, and that one is just reaching over. But 3 to deep route, yeah, some good route runnings and whatnot. His catching's in the 70s for the most part. Still far away from being like that true dangerous weapon, but he's got a lot of speed. He's got some potential on some of those deep shots, so you still got to respect it. It's just the consistency isn't necessarily there to be like, okay, this is the guy you worry about every game. I would still maybe even argue that Wayne is still the more consistent guy, and that's the guy I would worry about if I was on the defense. But at the same time, that speed, you got to go deep. You got to back him up every time because of him. So, I don't know. I think this team's got some potential at wide receiver. We'll just have to keep developing him. Obviously, getting star dev for Broughton is massive. As we're heading on to this final game, we'll go with Beal. Upgrade him in a second, but he's a backup anyways. Might need a DT, though. Like, at this point, we have 3 DTs active. Is that enough? Got a lot of edge rushers. Birch could move inside if he had to. He's got that versatility. So, yeah, it's fine for now, I think. Looking at the Monsters uniforms, it is something to see. It is a sight to see for sure. They got some purple going on. Some green. They've got some colors. And here we are wearing the alternates. I feel like, if they've got pretty much all primaries for their colors, it would make sense that we would wear, the darkest uniforms we have. It's either all white or all, dark. And I think it's not conflicting at all. That is crazy, that color combination. But I wanted them, the Monsters to look kind of scary. And that is a scary combination, I'll say that much. But here we are back at home, feeling comfortable. Let's see if we can pick up our first win of the season. This is a team that I know numbers-wise they actually look really good, but it's a team that I would feel pretty good about winning against. So let's hope that we can actually do that. As Caleb Williams going to come out there waving his finger around. Let's take a look at what his numbers look like, though. Touchdowns, 10. 1 pick, 788 for yards. He's looking good. All right, coming with a blitz potentially off this edge. Skinner. Carpenter running around. I love that change direction. Great tackle there. It's still a gain of 7 for Cook, who last week did cook. 73 yards, no touchdowns, but it's a good average. Also, Pierce has his superstar development trade. I don't know what he would have gotten. Probably some like strip or specialist or something. And he gets off the block, but they run away from him. And there goes Keenan Allen breaking off of tackles for a 61-yard touchdown. If you want a motivational game, a morale booster, just play against this defense, break 1 tackle, and you'll be right back to feeling great. DTR pretty much throwing a pick a game. I'd imagine he's 1-to-1 touchdown to pick ratio, which with the supporting cast he's got, the blocking he has, it's not bad. 6-4, actually better than I would have thought. That's not terrible for the situation he's in. Here we go. First play of the game is going to be a throw. We're going to have a wide-open Marset who drops another one. Last week had a pretty bad drop when we needed him to clutch up. This week, already blocked, dropping one again. Scataboo, nice blocking. Stiff arm knocks him down, 12-yard gain. I mean, you look at that front end, it looked like we never had a chance, and, you know, that's why you maybe run it against those fronts every once in a while. They get a little complacent, and just like that, you're kind of streaking down the sideline. Little quick read. They're going to leave the tight end wide open. Williams spinning, another 12-yard gain. Going back to the inside zone look, and we get some pretty good blocks again. We didn't get the stiff arm ready quick enough. We gained 6. Last week, 61 yards. Not bad. It's just the volume hasn't been there. Wheel route's been very deadly for us. They're kind of playing off, so you expect zone. And you do get exactly what you expect. And dropped by Simon, who had no reason to drop it. I mean, we throw the ball with insane confidence. Like, truly insane confidence. And we just have receivers that have none. The outside, it's a little behind them, but that's catchable, and it is. Thankfully caught. First down, 10 yards, 12 maybe. Going to go with the inside zone again. I mean, the outside runs, they're not very good for us, so why pretend like they are? Scataboo, nice little fight for about 12 again, 3 for 30. Been starting each game pretty well off, and then we kind of just fall off for the rest of the game. And blocking wasn't great. We bounced it. We almost scored. If that guy didn't catch us, we would have might have bounced that to the end zone. We do like this zig. Smith Marsette's been a little inconsistent, so we'll see if he's trustworthy on this catch. Not crazy open, but open enough. Gets the first down, almost a touchdown to the 7. For a moment there, I believe we were going to score. Might be rolling out for a DTR touchdown. Does he have the speed? Wow, that guy's fast. Who is that? Drake Jackson. I didn't think he had that in him. Play action, Simon. Back of the end zone. He stops running. DTR with an insane play, and the guy doesn't follow through. Simon was there, but I mean, you're not getting a touchdown from here. You're not getting a touchdown running with DTR either. You got players kind of waiting there. If we re-accelerate, this guy catches us about the 6 or 7 at worst. And we have a wide open guy in the back of the end zone, and he just stops running. Why would you not run to that spot? Why? Broden just sells. I mean, that's a perfect spot to put the ball, right? You go sideline. You expect the ball to be sideline. When you're running that way, the guy's catching you, you know? If he throws it directly at you, there's a chance the guy gets a hand on the ball. What a sell. Broden, we're going to try to just fit this one in there if possible. Back in the end zone. Oh, what a catch! 6-7, finally showing it off. Perfect touch by Dorian Thompson-Robinson. And once again, Broden showing off the freaking height for once. From the 40-yard line after a first down play to start this drive off. Tariq covering a bunch of different players. Nowhere to go, but he's got all the time to throw. And Caleb's going to turn it into an 8-yard gain. Maybe even another 15 on top. I try to blow this up. Kind of feeling run. And it was a run, and we get there with Carpenter, who's kind of climbing the list here of our best defenders. Tariq Carpenter. Starting middle linebacker now. Things are definitely going his way. I think a 3-year, was it a 3-year 10 we gave him? Something like that, maybe? Wide open sideline. All that's gone as Laporta gets a first down on 3rd and 4. Huge gainer from the 26-yard line. Oh, we blew. Oh, that's not. Yeah, that's not even our fault anyways. Keenan Allen's cooking. Turning back the years here. Another score. First down, incomplete pass leads us to a 2nd and 10 near the end of this first quarter. It's a late throw. Yeah, that's us. You don't usually see us have that many open players, and we kind of hesitated on who to throw to. Wayne, please. Thank you. Huge play up the middle to the 47. Slant equals good. Smith-Marset, I think he's covered on this outside. Gonna force that into the tight end. It's a beautiful throw, and he gets separation. Stiff arm down to the 11. 101 yards for Dorian Thompson Robinson. Don't know why I called him Thomas there. Thomas the Tank Engine. The man who could and would. I would. We're going pretty hard on the pass game this drive, but it's getting us down the field. Ali, I mean, with a throw like that, it's kind of a run, 7-yarder. I was really expecting to run the ball here. Simon holds on, touchdown. We answer back again. It's actually Washington, not Simon. All right, loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Maybe a chance at a stop. Try to get up on Laporta. Kind of, yeah, he's going to get away. No, he won't. Nice. Gain of 8. 10, actually. Not a great defensive play, but it leads to a 3rd and 2. Stepping up with Wood. Would you believe it? Blitzing, and again, Keenan wide open. We got to catch him. And we don't. Oh, my God. Like, CeeDee Lamb he's doing nothing all game long, and yet it's just Keenan cooking us. He just shoves him away. It's like a guy doesn't realize what it is. I think he thinks it's a run. Like, he passes him off in man. The awareness of these DBs at times is baffling, as Keenan Allen has a chance to break an NFL record today. Crazy as it is, he definitely does. Also, what is the field made out of that we're, like, turning, like, brownish tan? Is this field made out of complete sand? There you go. Wow, Broden, if he ever gets that juke move up, which Playmaker has the chance to develop that, he is going to be an insane juke move guy. That freaking leap he made was insane. He's like a horse. It's a bad throw, but Scadaboo will make it count. Great juke move inside. Stiff arm off of a player for 11 or 12. That is a fantastic little play to get a first down. Quick throw to Broden, who drops it. It's a perfect throw. I mean, who can you blame there? It's just a perfect throw. It's Broden's fault. Inside run for Scott, who gets no blocking, gains 2. Or you got Simon kind of pushing the defense up and trying to get something underneath with maybe Marset. And we're not going to have room. It's a tough throw. Pretty glad we didn't get that one off because that would have been picked, I think. Good defense. And we can't quite pin them, so it's a 25-yard punt in reality. Skinner, not going to get there. Wide open tight end, and I mean, we're just getting burned. We have the hook, so it's not us. Trying to strip him, can't. We knew we had the help. It worked out to the 32. Caleb Williams also had a chance at breaking a record. Our offense hasn't played super badly, but our defense has been horrible so far. And, you know, I can't leave the linebackers off the field because they've been running the ball too. Come on, finish them off. Thank you. A loss of 1. Nothing's really working, though. You run dime with man coverage, and they're cooking these guys too. Running back's open. It's all right, as Caleb runs now. I mean, we just don't have any pressure. 3rd and 5. I don't know. We have corner scouted, but I think edge, DT, something around that range might be our actual number 1. Over the middle, can't catch him. Huge hit there, finally. Doesn't really matter because he's still to the 7. 2-minute warning, we're getting absolutely lit up. Caleb Williams is 8 for 8. Keenan Allen's 149 yards with 3 touchdowns. Nothing is really going our way so far. Oh, and that's a great swat. I think when you're in this situation, though, you maybe got to just go for it all and freaking pick that thing off. What a freaking job, though, to get a hand on it, but still, it's tough. It's a tough situation to be put in because you need to make the play, but at the same time, I mean, yep, at least we forced him into a possession by being there. But at the same time, do you really believe in your chances of making this stop? I don't know. I don't know if you do. If he runs it, we should blow this up. Caleb in trouble. And we do literally everything we can there. I mean, we leave the running back. He dumps it off. We held him enough, I think, to where Caleb had to make the decision to just tuck it. He does, and we get the stop. Unbelievable. Saved by Tariq Carpenter. It's still going to be a field goal, but it's a lot less than a touchdown. Not going to get the block, but hey, down by 10 is a lot better than down by 14. Washington on the return. Try not to run everyone can. That's not a great return. Don't want to do anything too crazy here because obviously, you don't have much time to work with anyways. Don't want to give them the last play as we almost throw a pick. I was going to give Marset a one-on-one chance down the field with a little bit of separation there, and we just didn't have the time. Broden wide open. Great job down the sideline to get out of bounds and the first down. Broden one-on-one, give him a chance maybe. We'll take the underneath instead. Don't know why he's turning around, but sure, 8-yarder. Have to take the drag again. Broden, I mean, they're just leaving him open. Big fella's hard to keep in balance, too. We get that field goal back. That'd be a pretty big win, I think. Scattaboo. He's open. Perfect throw. Scattaboo. Touchdown to put us within 3. Telling you, our offense not much of a problem. It's just that defense. Plenty of time to throw. Took our time with it, and it is a dime. Perfect throw to Cam. He does the rest. They, of course, make their drive count. It is now a 1st and 10. 10 seconds left from the 41. Already in field goal range. Over the middle. Can't get over there. And hell, we're lucky to even stop them for not a freaking touchdown. It's going to be a 6-point game into halftime. Trying to go for the block. Can't get it, but you know what? Down by 6 is a lot better than it probably should have been with the way their offense has been playing. On the return is Washington. I wish it was Flowers because I think Flowers is a bit better of a return man, but not a great return game at all. All of our other games have been great, but this one not so much. Not sure how much Cam Scattaboo getting some receiving yards and touchdowns helps, but we'll obviously take the